Hold on, because if you think The Rookie Season 8 has already delivered its biggest twists, Episode 17 is about to prove you wrong in the most intense way possible. This next chapter, Dead Ringer, isn't just another step toward the finale. It's the moment where everything starts collapsing at once, and John Nolan finds himself right at the center of it all. The episode opens with the city still recovering from the chaos of the previous case, but there's no time to breathe. Nolan is immediately pulled into a high-risk protection mission involving a frightened mother and her young child, and from the very beginning, something feels different. This isn't the usual kind of danger they're used to facing. Every move the team makes is being anticipated, every plan is somehow already known, and it quickly becomes clear that they're not just dealing with criminals, they're dealing with professionals who are always one step ahead. As Nolan pushes deeper into the case, the situation becomes more unsettling. The attackers aren't just skilled, they're precise, disciplined, and disturbingly informed. It's the kind of coordination that only happens when someone on the inside is feeding information out. That realization hits hard, because it means the danger isn't just out on the streets, it's within their own ranks. Trust starts to crack, and every decision suddenly carries twice the weight. Things get even more complicated when Monica Stevens re-enters the picture, forcing Wade Gray into a difficult position. He doesn't trust her, and honestly, he has every reason not to. But at the same time, she might be the only person who can help identify the leak. It creates a tense alliance where every conversation feels like a gamble, and every piece of information she provides could either save the operation or destroy it completely. Meanwhile, Nolan isn't just dealing with the external threat, he's also facing a psychological one. The idea of a dead ringer begins to take shape, hinting at someone who looks familiar, someone who shouldn't be involved but somehow is. When a shocking face from the past appears, it throws everything into confusion. For a brief moment, even Nolan hesitates, and in a situation like this, hesitation can be the difference between life and death. Whether it's a setup, a disguise, or something more calculated, it's clear that the enemy is playing a much deeper game than anyone expected. At the same time, another storyline begins to reach its boiling point. The serial killer case that's been simmering in the background suddenly demands Nolan's attention again. The suspect is finally willing to talk, but only if Nolan is the one asking the questions. That request alone raises the stakes, because it suggests there's something personal at play, something Nolan may not be prepared for. As the conversation unfolds, the line between truth and manipulation starts to blur, leaving Nolan to question whether he's uncovering answers or walking straight into a trap. Out in the field, Nyla Harper works alongside Nolan, trying to keep the operation from falling apart. She's sharp, focused, and fully aware that they're running out of time. With every passing moment, the pressure builds, and the sense that something bigger is coming becomes impossible to ignore. It's not just about stopping a threat anymore. It's about surviving a system that's starting to break from the inside. Elsewhere, Wesley Evers and Angela Lopez are dealing with their own storm, one that doesn't involve bullets but is just as dangerous. Wesley's new responsibilities have put him in direct conflict with powerful forces, and the consequences of past decisions are beginning to resurface. What starts as a legal issue quickly escalates into something much larger, threatening not just their careers but their safety as well. Angela, caught between her duty and her personal life, is forced to make choices that could change everything. As the episode builds toward its final moments, all these threads begin to collide. The hunt for the mole intensifies, the truth edges closer to the surface, and the cost of that truth becomes painfully clear. This isn't just about solving a case anymore. It's about facing the reality that someone they trusted may be responsible for everything falling apart. By the end of Dead Ringer, nothing feels secure. Relationships are strained, loyalties are questioned, and the sense of unity that once defined the team starts to fracture. And just when it feels like the truth is within reach, the episode pulls the rug out from under everyone, setting up a finale that promises even higher stakes and even bigger consequences. So the real question isn't just who the dead ringer is. It's whether Nolan and his team can survive what comes after the reveal. Because if this episode proves anything, it's that the biggest threat they face might not be the enemy they're chasing, but the one already standing beside them.